Spanish town in the province of Malaga, known for its cliffside location and scenic surroundings, is a must-see attraction in the southernmost region of the country known as Andalusia. Situated some 750 meters above sea level, Ronda is perched on rocky cliffs that give way to surrounding pastures and farmland. Its population of 35,000 year-round residents swells in warm weather as tourists flock to see both quaint and historic architecture. Long-abandoned military fortifications and Moorish ruins. Of course, visitors often spend hours simply strolling among interesting shops and markets, dining at cafes, exploring narrow streets, elegant gardens, and tranquil public parks. And it's just as easy to pass an entire day wandering expansive promenades or scaling and descending endless stair steps in this topographically precarious town. Not all prominent landmarks are above ground, however. Some, such as these ancient stone steps, wind hundreds of meters down a dark pathway leading to an old Moorish water mine. The experience is worth the effort, but there's a railing embedded into the rock for a reason. Most vantage points in Ronda, however, surround you in stunning vistas of rolling hills, winding roads, and magnificent escarpments. The Islamic faith and Moorish architecture dominated Ronda until 1485, when the town was conquered by Rodrigo Ponce de León, known as the Duke of Cadiz. Subsequently, most of the city's oldest structures were renewed or adapted to Christian roles, and entirely new structures were constructed according to Christian design principles. But elements of many historical periods remain evident in the city's architecture. Some of the most stunning structures were designed by renowned architect José Martín de Aldehuela. One of the most famous is the Church of Santa María la Mayor. Originally a mosque of Moorish design, this towering structure became a Catholic church with Renaissance and Baroque-style ornamentation during renovations in the 16th and 18th century. But Martín de Aldehuela's most iconic architectural contribution is undoubtedly El Puente Nuevo, the New Bridge, the largest and most iconic of Ronda's three bridges. It spans the 120-meter-deep chasm known as El Tajo, with the Guadalquivir River below that divides the city of Ronda in two. The construction of the bridge was a massive 40-year undertaking, as it required cutting through solid rock to create a sturdy and reliable foundation for the structure. The workers used rudimentary tools and techniques to carve through the rock, and the process was slow and dangerous. In fact, an earlier attempt at construction resulted in the bridge's collapse and the death of 50 people. Beyond its obvious purpose and construction history, El Puente Nuevo is a symbol of an iconic point in Spanish history. It was a time of intense political and social unrest in Spain, as the country was transitioning from an absolute monarchy to a constitutional one. The bridge was seen as a modern symbol of progress, and it represented the hope that Spain could emerge from its troubled past and embrace a more democratic future. And despite it being Ronda's newest bridge, it was completed in 1793 and has now stood the test of time for well over 2 centuries. The Plaza de Toros is the city's iconic bullring, completed in 1785. Another landmark attributed to the architect José Martín de Aldehuela, this bullring, one of Spain's oldest, seats 5,000 spectators. The bullring itself is encircled by a passageway formed from 2 rings of stone. 68 arches form the inner ring and a main entryway large enough to allow horses and carriages. The bullring is primarily a museum and tourist attraction today. Actual combat only takes place each September, when bullfighters dress in a manner of the 18th century combatants as portrayed in paintings by famous Spanish artist Francisco Goya. Many personalities have found inspiration in Ronda's sites. Authors such as Orson Welles and James Joyce, and Austrian poet Heine Maria Rilke, two of Hemingway's classic novels, For Whom the Bell Tolls, a story of the Spanish Civil War, and The Sun Also Rises, a novel about Spanish bullfighting, were based in part on events in Ronda's history. Hemingway famously wrote that Ronda is a place to go if you are planning to travel to Spain for a honeymoon or for being with a girlfriend. The whole city and its surroundings are a romantic set. Nice promenades, good wine, excellent food. Nothing to do. Every city and region of Spain deserves a visit. But no visit to this magnificent country would be complete without exploring the history, culture, and beauty of this Andalusian cliffside gem that is Ronda.